Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Thursday, May 28, 2015, around 8:08 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. Sun's going down after a thunder shower to cool us off, and tomorrow's going to be less humid, highs in the mid-70s, where it should be a couple of degrees give and take, but you know, it's refreshing air and stuff, but we do need the rain. Some news to report. Lori Lutton, famous for her role as Becky on Full House, is going to be returning to the rebooted version of Fuller House on Netflix next year, so that's good news. And there's been a rumor that Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat might be opting out of his contract with the Miami Heat this summer to become a free agent. I think Dwayne Wade is a player that his skills are diminished so poorly now, but I think he's going to be a Heat player for the rest of his life, and I think he's going to re-sign with them. I don't see him leaving the Miami Heat no matter what. And that's about it on the news. My third and final video blog subject of the night is mbta bus route 87 from Lechmere Green Line Station to Arlington Center on weekdays and Saturdays, or Clardenton Hill nights and Sundays. This mbta bus route starts at the Green Line station for Lechmere, then it goes out onto McGrath Highway, Route 28, and it goes by a liquor store on the right-hand side in Twin City Plaza, which is Shaw's and Marshall's and the Rite Aid, and goes over the bridge for the like South Acton and Fitchburg commuter rail lane, and soon the Green Line for the Union Square. It goes down the ramp of McGrath Highway and continues onto it, and then they take a little left, goes under McGrath Highway and onto Method Street, and it takes a quarter of a mile, then it goes right onto Somerville Ave. There's a Burger King on the right. On the left there's a shopping plaza which has a Target and Advanced Auto Parts. At one time, that plaza used to include Bradley's and a Medimart, which became Walgreens, and an old Stop and Shop, and then it became Freda and AJ Wright and C.W. Price. But C.W. Price is going out of business. It continues on to Somerville Ave, goes by a couple of pizza shops, and it goes by the Somerville police station, fire station. At one time, that used to be an mbta bus shop, so they could fix the buses and stuff as well. And it continues on Somerville Ave, which, you know, that goes into Union Square. There's a lot of stuff at Union Square. It's going to be revitalized when the Green Line stops by there in 2017. Then it takes a right. That's Bow Street. There's a couple of banks there, and there's a couple of little stores, and continues on to Bow Street, goes by the old Somerville Boys Club, which is now VFW Hall, and it merges right back onto Somerville Ave. It continues on to Somerville Ave. There's a Market Basket on the left-hand side, and a couple of pizza place called Caesars, which is pretty good. I had the subs years ago when I was a kid, when I lived in Somerville. Continues down onto Somerville Ave, goes by St. Anthony's Church, and then it continues on. It goes by a couple of like bars and stuff, and goes by Conway Park and a Rite Aid and a Dunkin' Donuts and stuff. Continues on to Somerville Avenue, goes by La Rosa's Bakery, and continues on and stuff. Goes by a Family Dollar and a Little John's Pizza Place. Continues on to Somerville Ave and continues on, but then it bears right onto Elm Street, and right on the left there's a gas station, which is golf, and there's Cumberland Farms, and Subway continues on to Elm Street and stuff, and it goes right by the Kennedy School, and it continues on. It brushes Porter Square Shopping Plaza, which is a Shaw's and a couple of other stuff. Continues on to Elm Street and stuff, and then it turns into David Square, and there's like where they used to have a Steve's Ice Cream, and then a Subway, which used to be a Bertucci's and stuff, and it turns right onto, I think, Cutter Ave, and they go by a bank, Winter Hill Bank, and then they go take a left onto Highland Ave, go by less than a quarter of a mile, and then they have a Rite Aid, and they go into a bus like ramp that is part of the mbta Red Line station for Davis Square and stuff. There's a special road that buses only plays. If you take a cart, if you take your own vehicle down there in a cart, you're gonna be seriously fined. So please do not drive your own car through the busway if you want to cut onto College Avenue, because if you get caught, you're going to be in serious trouble. And it continues on, goes by, like cuts through briefly College Avenue and onto Holland Street. You go by a Somerville Theater and stuff, and there's some office buildings and stuff, nice restaurants. Continues on until you go to Teal Square, which is Broadway, bears to the left, and there's some nice restaurants at Teal Square. Continues on to Broadway and stuff, and then goes to Clarendon Hill, which sometimes they stop if it's nights and weekends. I mean Sundays, that's where bus 87 terminates. But during the weekdays and Saturdays, it continues on Broadway, goes by a Stop and Shop, which one time used to be Johnny's Food Master, and it continues on, goes by Alway Brook and into Arlington, and then it continues on to Arlington Broadway, goes by Leahy, Arlington, and residential neighborhoods, and goes by a Dunkin' Donuts at one time that used to be a KFC, and a couple of small restaurants at one time that used to be a Friendly's, and continues on to Broadway, more residential neighborhoods, until it reaches Arlington Center and stuff. There's a lot of nice stuff at Arlington Center. The bus terminates at Arlington Center, and it makes a loop around Mass Ave and goes back to Lechmere Station. And this is about a 25 to 35 minute bus route, and it's pretty good and stuff. It's real crowded and stuff. It's usually from 5 in the morning to like 7 at night on the weekdays and Saturdays, and the rest of the bus route for like the terminates at Clarendon Hill and on Sundays. So it's a pretty popular bus route. And that's about it on bus route 87 for the MBTA. I hope you enjoy these video blogs. I love doing them. Tomorrow we're going to have 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be the top 10 players in Buffalo Braves / San Diego Clippers / LA Clippers history. The second video blog will be about Billerica, about some potential places where they could bring business to in Billerica, like retail or like industry and stuff. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the former WWE Tag Team Champions, the Head Shrinkers, also known as the Samoan SWAT Team and the New Wild Samoans. And these video blogs are getting amazing and stuff. Next week's the return of the personality profiles and stuff. And the top 10 list will continue, but it won't be every single day. It's going to be flopping. It will be flip-flopping every couple of days or so from here on in. And coming in June is my reviews of each and every WWE King of the Ring from 1993 to 2002 pay-per-view. And keep calm. And I'm a Julie Broughton guy. Good night, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And in the words of Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer, that Don Jezebel, good night, everybody.